I may not know a lot, but one thing I do know is that lately the squad has been on fire. Maybe all the professionals quit the game. But anyway, after another suspect intro on my part, I picked up the flashback Puig again. And he was on the squad a couple months ago. I think it was around the time I did that gold squad video, and then for like a week span I just played with gold players and stuff like that, which was actually bomb, to be honest. Like, I was doing much better with all those gold players than I was doing with all those diamonds. I think I had like Daniel Murphy. I think I had the gold Mike Napoli too, but I played him at first base. Didn't do that well with him, which that's one card I find that a lot of people want to see people play with. Like, I've seen a lot of people comment saying they want to see me play with Mike Napoli, but I did at one point in time. Didn't really like that card. Terrible fielding stats and stuff like that, so screw that shit. I don't want him on the squad. But yeah, Puig is back on the squad, and I did all right with him, I think. I think I was coming into this game batting .231. I guess that's not that good, but that's only around like 4 or 5 games. 5 games max that I've played with Puig, so it's not really a good sample size. Only play with him for a handful of games, so I was hoping he could come out in this game and do some damage. Somebody tell me, too, how he doesn't have 99 arm strength. 95 is very good, obviously, but still, dude. Some of these throws that you've seen Puig make out there in the outfield is just absolute insanity, and he's only out there with 95 arm strength. That's just crazy. So I don't know. It's still good arm strength, but still, the fielding stats aren't that good. His speed is half decent, and whenever you have a righty bat who is good against the righty pitchers, obviously you want those guys on your squad. Lately, dude, I don't even care, man. I'm not even going to those matchups lately. Like, everybody is still stacking their lineups with lefties when they're facing a righty and vice versa and shit. Dude, I would rather play with some righties when I'm facing a righty rather than if I was facing a lefty to stack the lineup with. What did I say? Did I say lefty? Yeah, if I was facing a lefty, I wouldn't necessarily stack the lineup with righties, and then, yeah, the other way around. If I was going to face a righty, I'm not going to stack the lineup with lefties, because lately, man, I've just been using a lot of righties, and I've been doing much better as of late. Like, yeah, I was doing that at first, and I'd still do that at times. But lately, man, I haven't been doing that at all, and I've still been doing half decent at the plate. I mean, if I was going out there and only getting, like, 2 hits a game when I was playing some righties against righties and stuff like that, I would put more lefties in the lineup, obviously. But lately, I've just been going on... We've just been on a roll pretty much, so I'm not even going to take anybody out of the lineup who has been doing well. Still trying to get the flashback Ian Kinsler going. I mean, this is only like his 3rd game, so... But yeah, I think I only have 1 hit with him coming into this game, so still trying to get him going. But yeah, he is going to be doing some damage in this game. And yeah, Puig is already getting some action out there in the field. That is a line drive from Joe Mauer, I'm pretty sure. This guy had a very, very good team with like Reggie Stalker, Joe Mauer. He had Troy Tulowitzki on the bench, who will be making an appearance later in this game. I forget who else he had, like Jimmy Rollins. Of course, he had Ichiro. This is the first time I've seen Ichiro in a very long time, so thank God. But still, whenever I face somebody with Ichiro, it is just, I just want to rip. I just want to stick a fork into each of my eyes and gouge my eyes out. I'm sick of seeing this motherfucker in this game. But yeah, it's just that's always the case too. Every time I face Ichiro, he's just due for a couple hits. So I was just waiting for this guy to step up to the plate and get some hits in this game. But Puig, in his first at-bat, I got Kendrys Morales on second base. Trying to get him going too. He went 0 for 4 in his debut game. Just got under 1 in his first game too. I think I almost came close to going deep. But yeah, I got a double with Kendrys Morales to begin this game, so that is a good start. So I'm going to be keeping him in the lineup for a little bit, man. I would actually rather use this flashback Morales than the flashback Teixeira. Call me a fucking crazy person, but I don't know, man. Those hitting stats on Morales are almost identical, and he has better contact versus lefties. Obviously, the fielding is worse, but still, man, until that becomes a problem, I'm not going to be moving Morales away from first base, because I don't know, man. I don't even care about using guys with bad fielding these days, because I'm still waiting. I'm still sitting here waiting for the 95 Ryan Braun to make an error over there at third base, because he has not done so yet. So, yeah, man, I'll be out there playing with guys with 50 fielding. I don't even care. Ian Kinsler doesn't even have the best fielding either, like 60-something, I'm pretty sure. Has not made one error so far, which I guess he's only played like 3 games, but still, when I had Daniel Murphy, he didn't make a single error either, and he has like 60-something fielding. So, yeah, I had a lot of guys. I just realized that, too. This game, I had a lot of players with terrible fielding. I don't even know how. I wasn't just out there bobbling everything pretty much. I had Ted Williams out there in left. I had Grady in center, which he has good fielding, but still. Puig, 60-something fielding. Braun, Altuve has good fielding, and then Kinsler, and then Morales. Holy shit. I had a lot of players in this game with bad fielding, but pretty much all those players with bad fielding are very good at the plate. So it didn't really matter, man. I would rather have all those offensive bats in the lineup anyway. So Puig was not able to get anything in his first at-bat, so I'm looking to get a base hit on the board in his second at-bat. There she is! There is a base hit on the board for Puig, so I'm not coming out slumping with Puig returning to the lineup. That's your biggest nightmare, when you pick somebody else up, or you just pick anybody up in general, and you just go out there and you can't get a base hit with them. So Puig is getting on the board early in his second at-bat of this game. He's getting a base hit. So I also picked up the 91 overall Jacob deGrom because I've been looking for some more pitchers. Not spending that many stubs on pitchers. Screw that shit. So yeah, I picked up the 91 Jacob deGrom. Not a bad card if you ask me. So I was hoping he could do something pretty decent at the plate. He's able to get a base hit with nobody out in the 4th inning. The way this game was going too, like I always say this still, but at first it was always happening. But lately, not so much, man. I've been able to get out of certain situations and stuff. And just this game, like I'll be out here it'll be the other way around. Like my opponent or just myself will be out there. They'll be crushing the cover off the ball, and then you'll be sitting there with 1 hit. Or your opponent will be sitting there with 1 hit, and then they'll walk away with the W, only getting like 3 hits on the board, and you'll have like 20. Not 20, but you'll have a lot of hits. Look at Puig! Puig is being Puig out there in right field. That is typical Puig, man. Rolling around, doing weird shit in the outfield. And he's able to double off that man at first base with that hose that he has. So Puig is making an impact early in this game. That's what I'm talking about from Puig. Puig needed to come in, and he needed to do something at the plate and in the field to stay in the lineup. I think Puig made a statement from making that grab. That guy obviously thought it was going to land. So did I. I was very close to hitting R2 and diving for that, but Puig made the grab, and I'm getting the double play, and then Ichiro to begin this inning is getting a single. So just waiting for Ichiro to get a single, and he does. So that's just, I guess, he's not going to get another base hit in this game, I was hoping, because he's due for at least 1 base hit whenever I face that bastard. So whenever he is on base, you got to be careful. You got to go to the slide step whenever Ichiro is on base, because everybody seems to take off with him whenever whoever uses him. They're just taking off for second base and even third base sometimes. But this guy wasn't even getting a good lead over there first base. He is just flying out in foul territory. Braun makes that grab easily. So now we are in the top of the 7th. Still donuts on the board. So something needs to be done because I'm not looking to go into extras. Altuve gets a base hit with 1 down, or 2 down actually, in the 7th inning. So Kemp is coming in since he put in Aroldis Chapman. And I'm taking off. This guy wasn't going to the slide step, so I'm taking off for second base. Altuve makes it in there easily. So come on, Kemp. I haven't been playing you much, I know, but you need to do something big right now. Kemp, he was doing amazing when I put him back in the lineup. Like when I first picked up this flashback Kemp, he wasn't doing anything. And then I kind of sat him on the bench for a very long time, and then he came back in, and he was just doing amazing. But, yeah, I put him back in. He was doing amazing. I just sat him back on the bench and didn't really know when I was going to put him back in. So he is inserted in this game, and something needs to be done. With a 2-2 count, that looked like it was going to be fair off the bat, but that is going foul. So still with a 2-2 count. Good at bat from Kemp right here. Driving one to the right side of the infield. That is getting through the second baseman, and Altuve is getting cashed in from second base. So both of the Dodgers players, well, Kemp doesn't play for the Dodgers anymore, obviously, but this is the flashback Kemp when he was on the Dodgers. So the Dodgers boys are doing some damage in this game. Puig making crazy grabs in the field, already got a base hit on the board too. and then Kemp is being inserted off the bench, and he is coming up with a very clutch base hit to get the first run of the game on the board. So that may be all I need, because lately I've been getting some good pitching. Even though I've been getting myself in terrible situations, I've been able to get good pitching otherwise than just stupid boneheaded decisions I've been able to make. But meat of the order coming to the plate in this inning. I'm able to get Reggie Stalker on the weak chopper to Billy Wagner right there. So now Jimmy Rollins is up. Whenever it gets to the late innings and your opponent isn't getting that much on the board via the base hit or just runs in general, you have to play bunt defense no matter who is up at the plate. So yeah, I was just waiting for this guy to lay down a bunt. It was only a matter of time. I think he only had like 4 hits up until this point, so that usually that's just the formula for when people start laying down bunts, is when they're out there and they can't really get much going at the plate. Then the 8th or 9th inning rolls around, they're just they're bunting left, right, and center, and it is just ridiculous. So 4th at bat for Puig in this game. He is getting yet another base hit, so 2 for 4 in this game as Puig returns to the lineup. So Puig sparked the offense, even though the offense has been doing very well lately. Look at Sandoval out there finding the gap in left center, and then Puig is able to score all the way from first base. So now we are getting an insurance run on the board, 2-0 going into the 9th. So Andrew Miller is in. I don't even care, man. I don't even give a shit if I'm facing righties. They can't touch that slider on the inside part of the plate. And then you hit them with the fastball, and they don't even know what to do. So Tulowitzki, sit your ass down. Take a seat. So Ichiro is up. This would be the most annoying shit ever if Ichiro was going to come up with a base hit right here. This would be so damn typical for Ichiro to come up with a base hit. Look at this guy, man. Look at this bastard trying to lay down a bunt. Look at him. What is he doing? This guy is sniffing Coca-Cola, trying to lay down a bunt twice. I knew he was going to do that, man. I think I actually said when he came to the plate, I'm willing to bet anything that I possess that this motherfucker is going to try and lay down a bunt in this inning. But luckily he wasn't able to get Ichiro on base right there, because his Diamond Dynasty player steps up to the plate and hits a moonshot. So now it is 2-1. So Adrian Beltre is inserted. I still got Andrew Miller in because I'm pretty sure this was the flashback Beltre, who has better stats versus righties, but I'm able to get out of it. So thank the heavens he was not able to tie up the game. DeGrom got player of the game. What is this, man? This game is unbelievable, giving pitchers player of the game every single time. Those aren't even that good numbers. I mean, I did only give up 3 hits through 6 innings, but how aren't you going to give that to Kemp? I mean, Puig could have got it. That's just insane. But I don't know, man. The squad has been rolling lately. That is another W.